Hello, everybody. My name is Alex. You've heard a lot of festivals inside the world, but one that you've not heard in Asia before. I said that there are a lot of festivals in Asia, but there's one festival that you don't know about, and that is not from Asia. That is from some other countries in the world, from Latin America to America. So today, let me tell you about this festival that is Dia de los Muertos, which is or Day of the Dead. The Day of the Dead. So now let's begin on our topic about Day of the Dead with its marvelous beauty, and in Mexico, its parades filling with celebrations and a lot of other stuff and exciting things that I will tell you about its origin, its history, its culture, its religion, and its invasion and how it's formed. So now let's begin. We know that the festival starts in very long ago with the Aztecs combined it. The Aztecs like to play music. The Aztecs played music by some instruments made from dried words or from turtle shells. Soon they also carved twigs into flutes, and they liked the music. They also happily feasted on their food. They left their remaining food for the spirits. They believed that the spirits are not real, but they also believed that they can feel the spirits all around them. And so they give the foods to the spirits. That is one for some time while the Aztecs still hold on to their religions. But in 1521, Spanish explorers have taken control of Mexico. Soon, it was believed that All Saints' Day was November the 1st. And in November the 2nd was All Souls' Day. On November 1st, when it is All Saints' Day, they go to church to honor saints who have died. And soon, I also in November 2nd, they also praised for families and friends who died like this. And they soon decided to combine it. The Spanish tried to stamp out Day of the Dead, but the Aztecs still hold on for their beliefs in their centuries. But over time, the Aztecs combined it a little bit with the Spanish. Then they decided to have a friends with the Spanish, and so they created a day, a special day. And soon, but November 1 is still All Saints' Day, and November 2 is now Day of the Dead, the main day that we celebrated. Now, let's tell about the time. Usually, in Mexico, it's celebrated to 3 to 4 days, like October 3, 1 to November 3rd or November 2nd. And in America, Day of the Dead is usually only one day, which is just November the 2nd. All around, in places like Phoenix, Mexico City, and New York, Los Angeles, etc., they are busy packing up their belongings so that they can celebrate Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. And there are also a lot of festivals that follow this religion. They're ready to celebrate death. And also, actually, in October 31 is All Hallows Eve, or for short, Halloween. It's still October, and November the 1st is All Saints' Day. November the 2nd is the main day of Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead again, and also that is why the Spanish and Aztecs combined it with each other. Now, let's tell about the timeline of this, not the origin, but it's a time to celebrate the death for the relatives, for the families, for the brothers and sisters, for the grandchildren, for the great-grandchildren, for children, and for grandpas and grandmas and great-grandpas and grandparents and etc. still. And that is why this, as we know it, that Dia de los Muertos is a day we're celebrating death. Actually, we know that Dia de los Muertos is just like Halloween, as we guess as it, but it's, well, quite wrong. Because it's not quite similar. It seems spooky and scary as though, but they're different because Dia de los Muertos is a time of joy, and Halloween is a time of scaring people. In the world, they celebrate Halloween, but in Mexico, they do not say trick or treat, but they say, or they holler, calaveras, which means skulls, which they think that they will remind children. There are also yummy food, like sugar skulls, chocolate skulls, or pan de muertos, like a type of bread that's about like oranges and stuff. Sometimes there's a tiny sugar skull or tiny candy skeleton inside it. It's very tasty, yeah. And they also have candies and a lot of other stuff, not like Halloween. Just like Halloween, they have treats and trick-or-treats. They go haunt their neighborhoods on October 31. Grandmas are busy cooking. November the 1st is also busy with many things too. The bouquets of flowers are as big as children. They have flowers, orange flowers, that are called marigolds. Marigolds is a type of flower. The Aztecs thought that marigolds or orange is the sacred land of the dead, which quite makes sense to me. And they went to the graves and to praise their people. And also, they tell a little bit of stories at night about the people who had died, their loved ones who had died. And November 2nd is the day that America celebrates. There are big bands are marching everywhere in America. Some places like Arizona, New York, and California are busy because of the celebrations they had. They had their own dance too. The little march, the dance of the old men. Like the boys dressed up in masks and costumes. They are wacky and old, and they look very weary, and soon they dance for joy. Ooh, the spirits come to hear the music? Maybe not, or maybe. What if you think so? And also, this festival, at night, they also celebrated with they tell stories about it. For example, for example, that there are people telling stories about great grandpa in the war or grandma taking a nap the in your hands when you're a baby. And also, it's true that this is a time for joy with its festivals that we will never remember. Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, have tasty food like panda muertos, and also there are silly toys like calacas. They're like skeletons that do busy everyday things. They dance and prance and do sorts of things and stuff. And now we know the traditions of Day of the Dead Halloween. This tradition is never forgotten by children all over America, and I should say Latin America, except for South America. And soon, North America will be a country for all of Spanish reunited today about its Mexican people, its celebrations, its culture, its religion, etc. And that is why that we know that this is an important festival. That is an important festival, which is why I talk about Dia de los Muertos today. Now we know about how it's formed, the origin of it, and also the date of it. I even give also the timeline of it is from October 31st, 31 to November the 3rd. That is why I talk about Dia de los Muertos. For fun, if you would like to try all of that festivals, maybe you should go in part of the festival. Have you taken part in the festival? Let me know. Goodbye everybody, and thank you for listening.